Hi everybody, welcome to Line of the Week number 135, Motif Development Using Melodic Rhythms. The line this week is inspired by the chords in the first 8 measures of Autumn Leaves. But instead of the key of G moving to the relative minor key of E minor, as in Autumn Leaves, this line of the week starts out in the B flat major key and moves to G minor. Just a reminder of relative versus parallel minor keys. The relative minor key of B flat major is G minor, and the parallel minor key of B flat major would be B flat minor. The line this week is very simple and melodic. It reminds me more of a standard melody for a tune as opposed to an improvised line. As always, I'm taking a melodic rhythm and applying notes to it to fit the harmony. This turns into a motif from which you can develop lines. So that we're all on the same page, here are the chords to the progression. The chords are C minor 7 going to F7 to B flat major 7 to E flat major 7 to A minor 7 flat 5 to D7 to G minor for 2 measures. Here are the chord scales I use. I use the notes from the chord scales for 2 things. One, as a source of notes for improvising, and secondly, for tensions that I can use in my chord voicings for comping. The chord scales are B flat major to G flat melodic minor to F pentatonic to B flat major to C melodic minor to E flat melodic minor to G melodic minor. Here's the melodic rhythm I'm using this week. This motif is from Jerry Bergonzi's book, Volume 4, Melodic Rhythms Used with Permission. Here's the line of the week with Guitar Pro backing I use to make sure I'm getting the notes in rhythm accurate. Although this is kind of a simple line, there is a little tricky anticipation, 8th note anticipation at the beginning of the line and in parts of the line. Let me say a few things about the line of the week this week. In measure 1, you've got the original motif. In measure 2, you've got mostly rest. In measure 3, you have a variation of the original motif, same rhythm, different notes. In measure 4, you have mostly rest. In measure 5, you've got variation of the original motif. In measure 6, you've got variation of the original motif. In measure 7, you've got an extension of the variation of the motif found in measure 6. And then in measure 8, you have a rest. So take a look and listen to the melodic rhythm for this week, add some notes, and see what you can come up with. I won't go into detail this week regarding all of them right now, but the motif development tools I use can include an original motif, variation, extension, fragmentation, rhythmic displacement, diminution, and augmentation, as well as through composed improvisation on the fly. You can read more about these tools and techniques in Hal Crook's book, How to Improvise. And because the ones I use vary from week to week. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next week.